You know that feeling when someone believes in you more than you believe in yourself? That moment when a leader sees something in you that you can't quite see yet? Well, here's the truth that most leadership books won't tell you. You can't give that gift to others until you've given it to yourself first. I'm talking about servant leadership. Specifically, I'm talking about the commitment to growing people. But here's what most leaders get wrong. They think that starts with their team. It doesn't. It starts with you. Let me ask you something. How can you invest in someone else's potential if you don't believe in your own? So here's what I've learned after years of working with leaders. The greatest barrier to developing others isn't a lack of resources or time. It's a leader who hasn't done the inner work themselves. So let's break this down into 3 truths that will transform how you lead. Truth number 1, servant leadership begins with a commitment to your own growth. You can't pour from an empty cup. You've heard that before, right? But let's go deeper. Growth isn't about reading more books or attending more conferences. It's about becoming someone who is constantly evolving, learning, and stretching beyond their comfort zone. When your team sees you growing, they get permission to grow too. You set the standard, you model what's possible. But here's the catch, and here's where most leaders stumble. You can't commit to growth if you don't think that you are worth the investment. Which brings us to truth number 2, that commitment to your own growth starts by recognizing your own self-worth. Let me tell you about Sarah. She was mid-level manager who was crushing it on paper, hitting targets, managing projects, leading teams, but inside she was drowning in imposter syndrome. Every success felt like luck. Every promotion felt undeserved. And she was waiting for someone to figure out that she didn't belong. And then something shifted. Her mentor gave her a simple assignment: write down 3 strengths and 3 accomplishments every single day. This sounds basic, right? But here's what happened. Day by day, Sarah started seeing herself differently. And the evidence was undeniable. She wasn't faking it. She had earned her seat at the table. Here's the beautiful part. Once Sarah accepted her own value, everything changed. She stopped feeling threatened by talented people on her team. She stopped competing with them, and instead she started championing them. She helped them advance in ways she previously felt unqualified to do because she was no longer looking in a foggy mirror. Think about it like this. Leaders are like mirrors. When your reflection is clear and valued, then you can help others see their own potential clearly. But when you're fogged up by self-doubt, your ability to grow and help others grow gets blurred. You can't reflect what you can't see in yourself. Now, truth number 3. Servant leadership requires a belief in other people's potential. Once you've done the work, once you've committed to your growth and recognized your worth, you unlock something powerful. You develop the capacity to see potential in others that they can't see in themselves yet, just like someone once did for you. This isn't about being nice or encouraging. This is about genuine belief. It's about looking at someone on your team and saying, I see where you are, but more importantly, I see where you're going, and I'm going to invest in getting you there. When you believe in other people's potential, you don't just manage them, you develop them. You don't delegate tasks, you create opportunities for growth. You don't just give feedback, you give vision and you help them develop a vision for themselves. Here's the thing. People feel that. They know when belief is real, and when they feel genuinely believed in, they rise, they stretch, and they become more than they thought possible. So let's bring this home. Servant leadership, the commitment to growing people, isn't a technique. It's transformation. It starts with committing to your own growth, and that commitment is fueled by recognizing your self-worth. And once you've done the inner work, you unlock the ability to genuinely believe in and invest in other people's potential. And this is how you build teams that don't just perform, they transform. And this is how you create cultures where people don't just work, they thrive. So if you're ready to take your leadership to the next level, I want you to connect with John Antonucci at SML Consultative. He specializes in training that goes beyond theory and gets into real transformative work that changes how you lead. Here's my challenge for you today. Write down 3 things that you value about yourself as a leader. Not what you've accomplished, what you value about who you are. And then share one of them in the comments below. Let's start building that mirror together, because the world doesn't need more managers. It needs more servant leaders who've done the inner work and are ready to help others do that too and grow with other people. See you soon. Bye for now.